Good morning, Robert Starr here. Another brilliant Sunday morning here in Melbourne. And today I wanted to have a chat about breaking down barriers. We spoke about transactions and relationships, but I think a lot of how we go about our everyday practice or everyday business has a lot to do with whether we create an environment that's conducive for one or the other. And the barriers that I wanted to talk about are ones that are very close to home for me. And also had a great chat with Glenn Carlson on the Dead podcast last year. And we were talking about the 2.5 foot step, which Jerry Seinfeld's made a fantastic living making fun out of, and the origin of that. My take on that is that the 2.5 foot step was created for pharmacists to provide security for their pharmacies where surveillance cameras and other methods weren't in place. And we've just maintained that. I think pharmacists have inherited that in their pharmacies that they have bought from another pharmacist and never bothered to change or challenge why it's actually there. And Glenn's example was the QWERTY keyboard designed to slow down typing so that it wouldn't wear the keyboard out as a mechanical action. But things that are no longer relevant to this particular century, and also in the way we would like to conduct ourselves and create experiences for our patients. So, I'd love to know in your practice or your business, are there barriers that you're seeing that frustrate the bejesus out of you? And you question why they're there. Or perhaps it's been so long that even you can't see some of these barriers in place. And it might be a younger pharmacist, it might be a student or an intern that might come to you and say, why do we do things this way? And just catch yourself if you ever say, because we've always done it, because that's the kind of thing that will indicate to you that there is a potential barrier in there. Example I'd love to share with you is one of our practice. We had the great fortune of being able to grow a practice from scratch 2 years ago in Somerville. And part of that, and I guess in a way, necessity drives is the mother of invention, and it drives a lot of that. And we had the opportunity to really sit down and think about the experience we wanted to create for our patients. And one that involved having a pharmacist greet every patient when they arrive in the pharmacy was something that we wanted to achieve from the get-go. And thanks to largely in partnership with technology, we've been able to achieve that. But it really brought a lot of issues to the surface around pharmacy workflow in terms of the multiple counter experience that many patients still receive today, the drop-off prescription, the assembly counter, the dispensary counter, the picking of products, the counselling bench, the payment counter, and thinking about how we could translate a lot of what we would intend to do in building a relationship with our patient, but actually deliver it in a seamless experience. As a great example, and I probably am very, very guilty of actually mentioning them far too much, but I love what they do and what they've done for computers and technology, and that being Apple. They were able to redesign the computer experience around how you would actually engage in discussing computers, the ability to sample their hardware, their software in a very non judgmental, very no pressure environment. You could play with them and have someone just casually come up to you. And if you're ready to actually buy something from them, then you simply just say to them, look, I'd love to buy this. And they don't take you to multiple counters. They'll just say, look, wait here. I'll send someone out the back to and get it for you. Or they might even very sneakily reach underneath the counter, bring it out, bring out their payment device from their back pocket, and you're already out of the place. And it was a very seamless experience that you had a relationship with the brand instead of a transaction with the brand, which is what we spoke about last week in the vlog. So I'd love to know what you've seen, and I appreciate that redesigning the workflow of your pharmacy and the environment is not something that everyone can do in their business or their practice tomorrow, but it's really the mindset of actually coming in tomorrow morning with the ability to change the status quo, to actually question the workflow. Think about, well, we've been doing this for a long time. Do we really need to be doing it? And is there a better way we can do it? And taking that mindset into our practices, irrespective of the level of experience, even if you're just starting out in pharmacy or in business itself, I think is the most valuable thing that we need to maintain so long as our career keeps us in a particular industry, or so long as we're actually wanting to offer value to the world as well. So I'd love to know the examples that you've seen in your practice and in your business, and areas that even you would love to bring to the surface, bring to fruition. Love to hear it. Have a fantastic Sunday, and I look forward to speaking with you soon. Bye for now.